bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are.
Welcome to Cindy's Little House. I'm Cindy, and today I am finally getting this deck done. So this is the very start of the 10 by 10 deck that my husband built. This is just a very big beginning, but he has already laid out the frame of it. He first dug 4 not really post holes, but holes, and he put sand and pavers in it, and it was like an 8 by 8 paver, 2 pavers for 2 of them and 1 paver for the other 2, because the land was not level. So he was trying to level the land to set the frame on, and he's got that all level. And now he's going to be putting after the frame was built, he'll put the wood on top of that. But before he does that, he wants to put, I did kill the grass under here, but he also wants to put the weed barrier under there. That's what the gray is. So he's putting the weed barrier under the frame, and then he's going to start building the decking part. And this is, I think they call it a floating deck. So this is exciting. So watch and see what happens.
Did you pack the flashlight, the blanket, and the map? It's a real adventure, the trail you're looking at. I'm glad you came. For a while I thought you might be bailing. Is that the same yellow shirt you used to wear? But 1,000 years seem like almost no time now. This guitar right here, do you still remember how I played for you? I was crappy, but you sang along, and I thought you knew I could die to keep you near. We've got a fire in the tent. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's be the kids who left, get in trouble again. That stuff's got nothing on you. That was brand new, still it's got nothing on you tonight. I don't need to go over old and useless words. What you said, what I said, that might have made it worse. We're here again at the same spot where we kissed the first time. I swear my pain's far away, long gone by now. We've got a fire in the tent. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's be the kids who left, get in trouble again. That stuff's got nothing on you.
So he's using 10-foot boards across here, and he's also got a spacer that he's using, so he has the right amount of space in between each 10-foot board. When the wood like gets wet or gets hot or gets cold or whatever, it starts expanding. So you have to have that spacer between there. Most of you probably already knew that, but anyway, that was his spacer that he was using to, make sure it had the right amount of space between it. So we did not have to cut the boards since they were 10-foot boards, but he did have to cut the ones under it when he made the frame. But these, oh, this made it so much easier because it was a 10 by 10 deck. And so, yeah, we got lucky on that. And now he's just screwing them in with regular screws. And yes, that's me in the background. I was doing a lot of weed eating while he was doing that. I wanted to make sure all around the decking was weeded really well, because the next day I was going to start on staining the deck. So I didn't want all that grass in the way. And so I was out there, I decided to just go on and do all of it.
Can't believe that I was so blind. All I want is to press rewind, but I'm gonna be just fine. Honestly, I don't care what you think about me breaking free from everything we were. And it's all because of you. Did you think I'd forget it? All because of you. It'll be clearer in a second. All because of you. All because of you. Yeah, you made a big mistake that you will realize someday. By then it'll be too late, 'cause I know that it's all just fake, but I'm gonna be okay. Honestly, I don't care what you say about me breaking free from everything we were. And it's all because of you. Did you think I'd forget it? All because of you. It'll be clear.
So I'm really sorry that we didn't get footage of the frame that he made. But when he started that frame, he was just wanting to just get it done and didn't tell me, and so we didn't get footage. And here is the finished deck before I put the stain on it. Also, as you can see, there's one board missing. And so he didn't have enough. He had to go back to Home Depot and get one more board. He said that all of this cost, wood and all that stuff that he had to do here with the deck. It was $350. So that's before we did all the other. I'll let you know as we go what things cost, but all the wood part, $350. Now I'm about to start staining, and I used their weathered gray poly stain, and I used it in a satin finish, and this stuff is great, I will just say. But now I don't like dealing with stain, but this was really good stain. It was water based stain. I don't like the oil based at all. It's just so sticky and all that. And the fact that it was so hot when I was doing this, I really just don't recommend doing that. But I think having the water based saved me from having a sticky mess or anything flying into it, because it was drying as I was going. Now, when I first started right here on this corner, I was trying to figure out how I was going to apply the stain, the best way to apply it, and I thought, okay, I'll just use old t-shirts, right? So that's what I really started with. That did not work. And then I had heard that those big sponges would work, so I used that, and that just didn't work for me. Now, I don't know why. Maybe because I did have the water-based. It could be that. But I ended up I have like a box of chip brushes that my dad left behind, and so I'm using the chip brushes on it, and that worked the best for me. And so I went through a lot of them just because chip brushes are not that great of a brush, but they're really good for this wood, putting the stain on. So I would recommend, if you're using water-based on the wood, and especially if it's really hot outside, to use the chip brush or a brush. It doesn't matter what brush you use. These chip brushes were just free, is why I used them. But I really, really love the stain and the stain finish. And you'll see at the end, it does exactly what stain's supposed to do. The water bubbles up or pulls up, you know, it comes right off, and that's what it's supposed to do. So anyway, I did like the bear.
Your shines lighter, lighter than the sunlight. Lighter than the sunlight. You're lighter than the sunlight. Lighter than the sun. You're lighter than the sunlight. Can't get enough of the weekend. I wanna seize the night like I can't let go. Can't get enough of the weekend.
So after I used the chip brush to get started good, and mostly that chip brush I was trying to get in the spaces, and it worked very well. And then after I got all the spaces filled in at each section, and that's why I'm working the way I'm working, I actually purchased one of those, what they call a staining pad, and it hooks onto your, I already had like the handle that you can hook it onto. I have several of those, so I just hooked it on the handle and used the staining pad, and that worked great. But you do have to get in between the spaces with little chip brushes or any kind of brush, and then you can use the pad, and the pad goes really fast, and it just makes it look really smooth, and it looked really nice. And the pads, you can buy extra pads, so if you need more than one, which I actually use two, you can buy just the pad to put on the plastic piece that you originally buy. So I do recommend the staining pad. It was very helpful and made things go so much faster. So I appreciated that staining pad.
Dance the night away, no matter what they say. 2 a.m. and you lost your friends. Pretend I don't know how this night will end. I feel your heartbeat, the DJ plays. Oops, I did it again. I don't know if I'll make it home. I don't know, not like I care. All I know, sound of disco. Only know I want that festive vibe. So I dance the night away when nobody's awake. I'll be the last to stay. Dance the night away, no matter what they say. Dance the night away when nobody's awake. I'll be the last to stay. Dance the night away, no matter what they say. That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away, no matter what they say. That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away, no matter what they say. That's the night away when nobody's awake. I'll be the last to stay. That's the night away, no matter what they say. That's the night away. That's the night away.
Now this is done over a lot of days, and especially the stain, because I would have to do a little bit, and then it would get too hot, and I'd go inside and cool off, and I'd come back out and do a little bit more, and then let that dry and then work on it the next day. So it took several days to get the stain on. And by the way, the bear stain, ended up costing, let's see, it was $60. I used 3 cans. And so far we have $3.50 for the wood and $60 for the stain. Not too bad for a deck. I mean, and it turned out really well. And like I said, that bear stain is really nice. But yeah, that's what we spent so far, and I'm really liking it at this point. But this was not the last of the staining. We had to come back and stain and stain and stain. Like I said, this took several days, several weekends to get going, even with just building the deck part. We were dealing with heat and we were dealing with rain. The very first day that I stained, that night we had a thunderstorm. I was so glad that I had gotten up early and got out there. I think I was out there at 7 or 8 o'clock and staining, and then I let it dry. And then when I figured out that the storm was coming, I think I went out there one more time really quick and then came back inside, and I didn't go back out so that it would dry and cure before all the water came that night. And it did wet the deck, but it did not mess it up.
No matter where I lay my head, another town, another bed. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. No matter who I try to love, it's always you I'm thinking of. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. Nobody got the magic touch. How you make my heart rush? Why is that so hard to find? Nothing better than your kiss, something that I can't resist. Can't forget the nights you were mine. Oh no no, oh no no, still gonna be dreaming of you. No matter where I lay my head, another town, another bed. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. No matter who I try to love, it's always you I'm thinking of. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. I'm still gonna be dreaming of you.
So we finally got all the in-between done, the spaces, and now I'm just going back over it with the pad just to give it that one last hit, because sometimes you have spots here and there, and I didn't want us to just go over the spot. I wanted to go over the whole entire piece of wood, each piece of wood, and that did make a huge difference because I feel like it made it smooth. And I don't have any breaks in the stain or anything. Not that I think it would do that, but just me in my mind, I was thinking, is it gonna have breaks in it? I don't want it to look like that. So anyway, I went back over it. This was the last time going back over it, and then after that we just went around and saw if we had any touch up on the outer part, because down at the bottom you can see a little bit of wood, because the frame part is on the bottom, and even when you're in the pool you could see it, because I got in the pool one day after I had been staining. I wasn't finished, but I'd been staining, and I was like, oh, I see some spots. So I don't want to be in my pool and see some spots, so I went around and made sure I got all the spots and all the cracks, and hopefully we did. But if we didn't, we still have a little bit more stain left in case we have a spot here or there. But so far it looks I think it looks really good.
You have the time of your life every single night. The confetti's raining down. You put your hands to the sky, center of the crowd. You're the talk of the town.
So now we are in the midst of setting up the canopy. It originally my husband wanted a canopy to set on the wood. I really didn't want that, and this canopy goes further so it can be staked into the ground, and that's what I really wanted. So the deck is smaller than the actual canopy length or whatever, but it really isn't a big deal because the legs of the canopy, will just go into the ground, not into the deck. And anyway, we're just trying to get it set up. You've probably seen this deck before you've probably seen this canopy before, because this is the one that I had over by my kitchen door, and I had my table and chairs out there, and I really enjoyed it. And I didn't really want that on it's not very private over there on the driveway anyway, but I wanted an area that was covered. The only other area we had that's covered over here by the pool is where my mom sits, and she has a little umbrella. So we could have just gotten a huge umbrella instead, but we already had this canopy, and it's a really nice canopy. And so we just set the canopy up, and we thought that would be perfect, and it was. It went from corner to corner just exactly right. And we actually haven't staked it down yet, but we will. It won't go anywhere right now until we have some kind of crazy storm. And now I'm about to wash everything. I'm going to wash the canopy with this Windex outdoor cleaner, and the chairs and the table. And by the way, the canopy, like I said, we already had, so we don't have to purchase that. And then the 4 Anderac chairs, I believe is how you say it. The 4 Anderac chairs we already had. And then the 2 tables, when I was in Home Depot that day getting the stain, they were on sale for like $7 each, and they were the exact color of the chairs. So I went ahead and got them. I wasn't sure what I was going to use, but I wanted some tables, and they were just the perfect ones. It was just meant for me to have those tables that day, I guess. And so I'm also going to clean the deck off a little bit too, just because we've been walking on it and, getting a little bit of dirt and stuff everywhere. So I'm going to clean that off also. And when I start doing my decorating at the end, this deck never did dry yet, because I did this all in one day, this part, and so it just didn't have time to dry. So I'm just gonna get it clean with the Windex. This Windex stuff usually works very well, but I will tell you that the canopy, there was some spots on it that didn't come out yet, but I know they will. I just need to get up there with a scrub brush and I did not have one, and I need to get one that's like, has a long handle on it, because even on a ladder I wouldn't be able to reach the spots. But it did look better. It just didn't come off completely, and it could be that it just needs to air out and get rained on and all that before it comes out. But I will try to get it out eventually. You probably can't even tell in the video, but there were a couple of spots I just couldn't get, and these chairs just needed a good washing, so I went ahead and did them too.
Lighting up my space, got me going like that. Lighting up my space, you do, like a candle in the dark. Ooh, getting warmer every time I'm with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't care what other people think of you or say, but you so cool. You just spoiling with your love. Got no doubt that you are lovely. Oh, you're so lovely. Lighting up my space, you do, like a candle in the dark. Ooh, getting warmer every time I'm with you. Lighting up my space, you do, like a candle in the dark. Getting warmer every time I'm with you. I was at the wrong place at the right time.
Now I'm just getting it set up and getting it functional over here. And I got this rug at, where'd I get this rug? Lowe's for $60. And I love it. It has a itty bit of black around the edges, as you can see. And not gray, not black really. I guess it's like a charcoal because it goes more towards the gray. But then it stands out among the gray, all the different grays that we have on the deck. But anyway, I got that at Lowe's, and that was actually a sale price. I know it's not very big. Nothing's cheap when it's outside stuff, for sure. But I really like it being round. Everything else is so square over here, so I thought that looked good. And now I'm just setting up the tables, and I also bought the flowers arrangements there. The flowers that came from Lowe's also, and they were on sale for $14 each. And there's zinnias, and there's lots of them in the pot. They were outside, and it said that they do well in the heat. So I thought, well, over here it's going to be, it's going to be some shade, but not enough. It's hot out here. So I got these, and they already were arranged in their little pot and everything, and it matched everything I was going for. By the way, I also got these cushions at Amazon. I ordered them off of Amazon. They are really comfortable. I'm considering getting some more for my mom's chair, even though I had those other ones over there, because those are not comfortable, and these are. And really, I'm surprised because this whole set, 4 came in the set, were $38. Like, that's not even $10 a cushion. And these days, even when they're on sale, they're like $20 a cushion, especially these thick cushions like these. Not only that, you can unzip them and wash them, and that's always a plus. Even though they're outdoor, they probably could just be wiped off or washed off or whatever, but you can unzip them and put them in the wash machine. So I really like that. And I couldn't decide if I wanted these black lanterns. I really like these black lanterns, and I use them for other things like decor inside the house. But I thought, oh, they might be cute out here, so I put them over there, and I didn't like them like that, so I did move them again. And I'll probably move them around. It may end up that I get some lights out here and maybe some extra pretty things out here. I don't know. But right now, this was what was in the budget, and I like the way it turned out.
I don't wanna be the girl, but I kinda need a word. Well, I'm into you. And all I know, it's been a long time. I was on the sideline waiting for you. We could go to California or anywhere you wanna. As long as I'm with you, I'm alright. And we don't need the drama. We'll find our own nirvana. So run away with me tonight. 'Cause it feels like I'm dreaming when I'm waking up next to you. And my wild heart is beating because it's beating next to you. Let's find something better to hold on to. 'Cause we can do anything we want to. And I can't help the feeling that I get when I'm next to you.
So that's it for today. I'm so glad you got to come along with me and see our DIY floating deck. I think it turned out great, and now we have a covered area to sit under that is an extension of our pool, like our pool deck. So we're very excited about it. We think it turned out great, and it was a lot of work in the heat of the summer. I would not suggest that you build a pool deck or any kind of deck during the summer, but it just worked out for us that it was summer by the time we were able to get to it, because I was doing a lot of other things before that. So anyway, if you like these kind of videos, of course, please like and subscribe. And if you've subscribed in any of the previous videos and you don't know why you're not getting your notifications or whatever, sometimes here on YouTube, sometimes when I'm watching people and then I can't find them again, I'm like, what happened? They unsubscribe me. So anyway, I don't know if that's happened to any of you ever on any of the other channels, but that's happened to me. So I just thought I would bring that up just in case, that happened and you couldn't find me. But even if you can't, I post on Monday and Fridays, and I'm pretty consistent with that. So just come on along and see what else is going on at Cindy's Little House. Thank you for coming.